Hello there. How are you? Julie Severco, of course, coming at you live on Friday like I always do. We're going to give the algorithm a minute to warm up and we'll get started. We got two topics today for the 101 ways to make money with real estate. We're going to be talking about work short sales and pre-foreclosure properties. And we're going to be talking about enrolling in a class or a hobby to expose yourself to more people. All right, those are our two topics today. It's just going to take you a brief 10 or 15 minutes. We do these hot and heavy and fast, so stick around if you're catching this in replay. All right, and we're going to get started here. Yeah, I got my lotion on, so I always have to warm up my hands with some lotion. I love this cream that I use here. It's always at my desk. So I got to get my hands going here. All right. Okay. Let's get rocking and rolling. Let's make this quick, short, sweet, and on the run here. 101 ways to make money in real estate. Number 35 is work short sales and pre-foreclosure properties. Now, I'll tell you a little story how I got into the REO, distressed properties. Of course, I survived the Great Recession. Were some challenging times, that's for sure. But let me tell you how I got started doing REO listings. And I have done a complete distressed property workshop for those who were in attendance with us a couple of months ago. That replay is available to purchase if you really want to focus on pre-foreclosures and short sales. I've got the training for you. Okay, and I'll drop the link in the comments when I'm finished today. But that is absolutely a lucrative way to make money with real estate, is to work short sales and pre-foreclosures. And I think in the next couple of years, that is absolutely going to be something that we're all going to need to polish our skills for, right? Because I think we're going to start to see more and more. Now, I got started back in the day doing REOs. Now, it's not done this way today, but back then you had to sign up for a bunch of BPO companies, and you can absolutely do that today if you'd like to create an additional stream of income. But I got an email one day for a digital product. It was $47. It gave me how to create a REO resume. It gave me how to sign up on the bank's websites, and it gave me a list of 100 banks and their contact information and their websites, right? Today, it's not done like that, but back then, that's how I got started. And it started, that $47 educational purchase back then started me on a path to make 7 figures over the course of the next 12 years working REOs, right? You have to see that vision coming well before it's in your face, right? I can tell you right now that those companies are ramping up, right? They are ramping up to be prepared for what's to come over the course of the next 24 to 36 months. You want to know why? You want to know how I know that they're ramping up? Because today, even today, I get solicited every single week for me to activate my accounts on their platforms, update my insurance, and get ready, right? I promise you, I get those emails every single week. So do not misinterpret the course of the inevitable, in my opinion. Okay, it's just the natural course of our industry and the housing market. There are going to be some people that fall through the cracks in the future. I can look at my clerk's website today and I can pull the list of pre-foreclosures, the list pendants that get filed in my county, and every single week, there are homes being listed on the list pendants list, and the foreclosure actions are are starting. Okay. In the state of Florida, it could take 18 to 24 months to complete a foreclosure action. So, there'll be some that will fall through the cracks. So absolutely, if you want to brush up your skills on this, and like I said, if you really want to pursue this niche, right, I suggest that you are a broker and not an agent, because the broker needs to sign off on all of the agreements, and you've got to put your checkbook on the line. All right. So only if you're a broker do I suggest that you pursue setting up an REO niche. Okay. All right. So that's that. And like I said, if you want some training on foreclosures, pre-foreclosures, and short sales, I was a short sale queen back in the day. I was the first brokerage firm in my county to even figure out what a short sale was back then. And what was the first thing I did? I created a system, right? You have to create systems for everything that you're doing in your business. So I hired a short sale negotiator to handle all of that processing, right? I didn't want my agents to be bogged down dealing with negotiation on short sales. They were free to work the buyers that came off those listings and to list more short sales, because we had a pipeline at one point of close to 100 short sale listings. And let me tell you what, you have to get really creative to start moving that type of inventory. Okay. Let me tell you, we got creative. Okay. All right. So that's number 35 on your list of 101 ways to make money in real estate. Look into short sales, be very proficient on what short sales are and how to process those, and make sure your transaction coordinator is familiar with how to process short sales, okay? So that you are ahead of that curve when it comes, all right? The next one is number 36. That's simple, right? That's simple. Enroll in a class or a new hobby to meet people, right? We like to think in terms of realtors being all involved in the community and connecting with other people. And that's of course what we do, right? We are hospitality related in the housing industry. We are, the equivalent of, I think, the hospitality industry. You have to be able to meet people. It's a lot easier unless you're going to do that with your checkbook and targeted Facebook ads, right? Like I do. I'll be honest with you. Okay. I'm not one. I have an introverted personality. I've said this before. I'm not one to start a conversation in the grocery store and ask somebody if they need real estate services. That's just not my personality. All right. But you still want to connect with people on a personal level. So, if you need to get out there, then get out there and do something that's outside your comfort zone. Okay? It'll benefit you in more ways than one. That's the truth. All right? All right. Well, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. If you are interested in that distressed property workshop, you can purchase that replay and drop me a message if you want that. And I guess I'll go ahead and drop that in the comments in case anybody else wants it in replay. They got it handy. All right? Okay. Have a great weekend. Go sell something.